I am her.
Well,
like I said, all my kids love me.
I want to welcome you back to another episode of MTMJ Podcast with the Wife, episode 117.
Ooh.
How far do we got to go to get some of this money we keep giving to other countries? I looked up some data last night, right? And Biden has given, to this date, the United States has provided $2.3 billion in direct money support to the government of Ukraine. And FEMA has paid out more than $5.6 million to Maui survivors, a figure that is expected to grow significantly. Meanwhile, homeless people are struggling to get housing. They are scrutinizing everyone's household about how much benefits they want to give, whether it's uh, food stamps, Medicaid, but we can just continue to keep giving money to non-citizens of the United States.
Well, you know, Hawaii is part of the U.S.
Yeah, but then how long has Hawaii been a part of the United States?
It's always been a United
It has?
It's always been
Oh,
under the 50.
okay, well, I'll take it back.
It's always been. It's just, you know.
Don't we need a passport to go there?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't need a passport for that or Puerto Rico.
I don't want to sound crazy, but I just feel like, yeah, let's go.
We should help. Was at our front door first
Hell yeah, we broke.
before going and knocking on somebody else's door.
Yeah,
Come and knock on my door.
we
Oh yeah, I got new headphones. Y'all see? Y'all see my
the money that the United States keep giving and everybody else but us. I don't know, but we don't talk about
Come
it.
and knock on my door.
Who do you see? Who do you see? Body night, body night. Who do you see?
Hey, welcome to episode 117. Shout out to all the consistent listeners, the folks who engage with us. We're going to talk about that too. Hey. Hey. Just playing some vibes to get the energy right before the pod starts. Oh. Hey, shout out to DC.
This back in my mama. It's my mama vibe.
Shout out to DC. Just a little vibe from my city. If you're not from here, welcome. Welcome to the room. Wherever you watch it, make sure you subscribe. Wherever you listen, make sure you rate and review. Let's get it.
Somebody else celebrating. I forgot. Yeah. Big Dave. Uncle Dave. On the damn day's your birthday.
Give it a minute. He about to get there. When he get there, I want you to get out your seat wherever you sit. Let's get it. Hey. Oh, cut the music up in your car. Cut the music up in your house. Hey, cut the volume up. Well, you 25 and older, you don't know nothing about this. Older or younger? You 25 and younger. You don't know nothing about this.
So here I go again to the show again, Lord good. The Southwest in here.
Hey.
You said Keto? Yeah. Come on, Keto.
It's hard to cut it off right now. Hey. Oh.
I feel like God. I love it. I feel like I love it. I feel like I love it. I feel it. Yo, look at here.
Where my twerking ladies at? Y'all ready? Hey, girl, sing it for the ladies. Sing some.
I know y'all love that other music, rap and R&B, but DC, we got some vibes. Twerk for me. All right, this is new impressions. Hey, right now we holding the line. You want to get in the cut line? It's gonna cost you $75. Darling, twerk for me. Your booty, twerk for me. Oh, I don't know if I can cut this off yet. Hey, we get rid of this podcast started. Just a little bit of vibe real quick. This is episode 117 of the podcast. I hope you enjoy what we're about to talk about today. Hey. Ooh. She was in this joint. She really thought she was at the go-go, y'all. I swear she did.
Ooh.
She forgot she hit a work. She forgot she hit a work. She moved the mic out the way and everything. But look, to see that, you got to watch.
Back to the regular scheduled programming. Hey, y'all. Y'all like my headphones?
Oh, my God, yo. You all right now?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.
I don't think my mic's ready.
I don't think so. How far are you willing to go to make a point? I'm willing to go far. I'm gonna just let you know this now.
Man.
If I believe in my point strongly, I'm gonna ride this point all the way to the end, and it ain't nothing you could tell me that will make me change my mind frame about the point that I'm trying to prove. What about you? Because I've seen
you already know.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I got some hate. When she's wrong.
When I'm what?
When she's wrong.
What?
I want to make sure there's documented evidence to prove that she's wrong. And then I need documented evidence to be able to see her reaction to her being proven being wrong.
Okay. What we got?
So what about you?
What we got?
Because
you know I keep receipts.
That's true.
Baby, I will keep a receipt. I can scroll back, resend, flip. Yeah, I got receipts.
But but how do you think that point is proven in business? Like when you're working for someone or you're working for a corporation and there are a team of you who are supposed to make a decision, and the point that you may have isn't.
That's not like jury duty.
Yeah.
Like you gotta stand on it, and then you gotta have your facts.
But what if your point that you're trying to prove is outvoted on?
Then
even though it's the right point.
It's outvoted, but I still gonna stand. I'm not gonna flip flop just because majority vote is going the opposite way. If you stand true on your point and that's what you mean and that's how you feel and you have facts and that's your belief, then you don't sway from that. And that's what a lot of people do to get along, to go along with certain things, and you know that ain't right. And then when something come up and they be like, well, why did y'all choose this? This is this, and then somebody say what you believe was right should have been a point. And then if you switch, you can't be like, oh, well, that's what I said. No, because you switched. Stick with it. All they can do is accept that you're not going to sway on stuff. And that's how you build your character and who you are. You know that.
Look at you. Look at you over here proving a violent point.
A violent point.
I said I know I said the right thing in the first place.
Run it back.
But no. But last week, and this is off that topic, I didn't even recap my weekend. I
We
went.
didn't recap none.
How was your week?
It was good.
Kids started back to school.
Yep.
So we back in the groove of
Drop off, pick up.
parenting. No, we are parents. I'm talking about we back in the mood and parents. Like
Drop
we
off,
ain't been
pick up.
parenting. Yeah, we back. We got our babysitter back. We got our daycare back. Yes, to the daycare. With all the new rules. Speaking of daycare, is it important? Before we get to recapping the week, it is truly important for you to be able to put your kids before yourself. Stop for a second and listen to your children. Have a conversation with your children. Because there's no daggone way you should take your child to the daycare one way and pick them up and they have tons of bruises on their body. And you don't know this until you are in the car putting the seatbelt on your child. And then your reaction to finding out someone abused your child physically, and all you want to do is talk to the news. There's no time to talk to the news when someone physically harms your child. There's time to drag a hoe.
It's my mug shot.
And to be honest with you, the system we live in, you got to normalize that too. Cause
Pick up a chair.
it ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way I should get in trouble for harming you, for harming my child. When we're placed on this earth as parents to protect our kids, but also have conversations with your kids. And if your kids aren't able to have those conversations that y'all need to have, where they can let you know if something's potentially happening to them,
you need to check yourself.
You need to check yourself and then find out why you're not having those conversations. Because there's no way in hell I can talk to my 5-year-old every day about everything, and this parent can't talk to their 7-year-old about someone physically harming them. And on top of that, I don't think no excuse for my child as bad as hell should be a reason for you to be tossing someone's child around. If that child can't control himself, it is your responsibility to let the parent know. And if the parent isn't solving the issue, you need to stop accepting that child. That's all you can do. Leave the discipline up to the parent. It's very important that you do that. Because a lot of people aren't going to be like this lady and just sit out and talk to the news. While the news is outside, we're going to be inside wreaking havoc on somebody's ass.
Baby, it's my mug shot.
Because it don't make sense. You know, I watched the video and it's clear that that child was being disobedient. But that still don't give you no right, a 21-year-old female, to be putting your hands on someone's child.
But it just shows also in that video, that's not the first time.
It's clear it's not the first time. She was dragging that daggone child around like that child belonged to her. And she's still a child.
He was sitting on that stool like, oh, they at it again.
Talking
like, ain't that much mind your business in the world when it comes to stuff like that. If mind your business was a person, he did that. Because he was just like no. Don't hit me.
And then on top of that, to hear the owner say, she's never ever heard that happen before in the 20 years since that daycare has been open. Yeah, it may not have happened on your watch, but clearly that's a behavior that's practiced inside that daycare facility. It's clear. And like I said, if that child is that bad, you need to be you need to be reevaluating the acceptance of that child. That child don't need to be there no more. It's
Stop
not
looking
it's
at the
it's
dollar.
not if you know
Stop.
I'm checking in with my daughter to make sure she's having a good day to be able to deal with these kids. No, it's okay, let's figure out why my daughter is reacting this way with this child first. And if that child is a physical problem, let's fix that. But don't fix it by abusing that child. And then the parent, you got to be very mindful of your child and your child's wants and needs. That child probably was trying to tell her, but she was out of sight, out of mind, and wasn't reading the room. Clear, she wasn't reading the room, because if she was reading the room, she would have seen them bruises before she got out of that daycare. So I'm offended by that. Both sides, that's a problem right there. But that little 21-year-old girl, she need to spend a couple days in jail, because
Mm-mm.
especially if she ain't
Let
getting
her
her ass
out.
whooped.
Let her
It
out.
don't even look like the mother or the aunt gonna do anything. They sitting there
No,
trying
no,
to get
no,
sympathy.
no, 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 no,
It don't look like
no.
they're gonna do nothing.
That's the role you gotta play.
Well, they should have. It should have already happened by now.
That's
The
the
police
role.
shouldn't
That's
have
the
caught her
problem.
before she got boobop.
But,
She should have got boobop, then the police caught her. You
uh,
don't get boobop after fact.
but
You
some things.
retaliate in the moment.
Well, some people have their ways. But that's with my mugshot.
Yeah, crazy as hell, right? How long during an argument is too long to go without talking to one another?
You answer that one.
We've done 4 or 5 days. What you mean? I answered that. We
You can
both been
answer
in this
that.
situation.
I'm just saying, because how long is too long? I don't know.
How long is too long?
I don't know. Still working on that. We've been good, though.
That's what I'm saying. So
Some
in the
people been
past,
good.
how long do you think was too long? Oh, until one of us cracked. And the sad part was I was always the one that was cracking.
You was holding the days up. I'm waiting on you.
That be that bullshit. That's like hate.
I'm waiting on you. That's when that Taurus, these two Taurus, they be waiting on you to say something.
That is
Go
true.
read the room.
Don't tell me about no goddamn.
If your vibe giving, you don't want to be bothered. Cool. Me neither.
Oh, so that's if your vibe is calling, I don't want to be bothered. Me either. Yeah, that's true. I feel you. We've literally we would sleep in the bed with one another. We'd go through all the routines and would not be having a conversation with each other. We can't
We
even
even
lie.
look at each other.
Yeah, yeah. That's that Taurus. That's that Taurus. That's us being petty.
That's toxic.
Yeah, yeah. That's just us being petty.
But hey, everybody have their ways,
Ooh.
What's going on here?
I'm too high. Anyway.
So he could never, be at the workplace being
Oh yeah. So last
doing
week,
too
right?
much.
Look, last week, I spoke about the dying of the real grandmothers,
Oh
right?
my gosh, the support of everybody and their comments, feedback, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. So
And hopefully our generation, like Lakita said, can get back to the old school generation.
Makita said something.
Yeah.
So you got some responses too.
No, the response you put up.
Oh yeah.
Her,
Oh yeah.
Val,
You're
some other
right. You're
people.
right.
Yeah, she was like, hopefully us, when our kids have kids, we'll be the grandparents that's like, Bring the babies over. We in the house making cookies, having fun. Not, keep your baby. I'm going to the club. See you at happy hour, Because she was just
So from
addressing,
J,
you
so
know, some
from
parents.
Jizz underscore Big B, he said grandparents. You heard
Oh,
that disappear?
there you go. He-
Boy,
she worked for the daycare.
hating ass. So he said grandparents these days 40 and can't cook, trying hard to be friends with their grandkids. So what do you think about that statement? I think that is true. That is the type of grandparents I say exist today. Those are the ones that want rather be friends with their grandkids than actually be the disciplinarian.
Yeah, we ain't got none of those. None of those like they used to. And even still, the grandparents that are still like old school kind of, they done got soft. Because prime example, my grandparents, the house I grew up in had hardwood floors all my life. If we fell, and we had the big box TV, if we fell, hit our head, sit down, put some ice on it, don't go to sleep, you'll be all right. That's how it was. I had kids, my grandparents put carpet on the floor and got a flat screen. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Excuse me. Why these kids can't grow up the same way I did? If they fall, hit their head, get my ice pack, sit down, don't go to sleep, you'll be all right. Wasn't like that. When I say my grandparents was the old school grandparents for my son, but they still was very gentle.
And but
Gentle.
supportive though.
Yeah, very supportive, but
Was
still
happy to pick the kids up from school and drop
everything.
them off.
Everything. My grandfather would pick my son up from school. If he needed to drop him off, he'd drop him off. My grandfather, we would go in the building to go find him. Now, this is in the 70s and 80s. He was doing these things. So and I see it sometimes at my kids' school. The older grandparents picking up, I'm like, oh, that's so sweet, you know. But nowadays, nah.
Yeah.
These new grandparents, it's yeah. I done raised you. It's time for me to live my life. Now you decide to have a kid after I'm finished raising you. Now you gotta raise yours. Yeah, that's what it is. But I really feel like if my kids were to have kids, I'm what? So by the time I'm 70, what the
Back door.
so I feel like by the time I'm 70, my kids have kids. Cool. I'll be that grandparent. Bring my babies.
All right. From
You don't?
Peacock underscore Marshall. I think as a community we still have those grandparents. We are raised right, but now our parents are grandparents. And they did a good job with us. But back then we had more of a community that we don't have now. Your mom was my mom and your grandparents was mine. We don't have that anymore. We had a community, and due to the gentrification, we don't have that anymore. So, what do you think about that?
He said a lot of we don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
Everything's gone away. But yeah, everybody was always, hey mom, hey grandma. Even if that wasn't your mother or your grandmother, that's just what it was. You know, the yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir.
hmm
That's just what it is. Everybody was mom, everybody was grandma, even the candy lady and stuff. That's
yeah,
just what it was. But we can't even bring our kids up the way we were brought up. They would never understand. You can go outside, play in the next 3, 4 blocks, and I'm already know where you at once you leave off the block because everybody's watching. But come to the street light, where you supposed to be at?
you gotta have your butt either on the porch or in the house.
Thank you. That's just what it was. Our kids will never get to experience that. Never. Cracking open the fire hydrant instead of trying to go to the community pool. We all at the fire hydrant. The people that sit on the block, chill and hang. Ice cream truck come. Everybody, all the kids get in line. Get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. And they take care of it. Like, they would never get those experiences. Double Dutch. football, basketball.
Now it's not even safe to do any of these things.
But that's what I'm saying. They would never get to experience those things. And we literally, if we want good for our kids or try our best to do what we think is right and protect them, we literally got to move them away from where we grew up at.
Because it wouldn't be as bad if the gangsters and killers would treat things like they used to do. You knew who you wanted. You waited till you had you waited till you had the right target on the person you wanted, and you never did that when kids were present. But anyway,
But
so from
you
go
got the suckers and punks when we was kids having kids, and that's what they raising.
yeah, so from Honey Bun
Oh,
88.
Val.
Today's grandparents, I recall my grandmother making me go get my own whooping. Meanwhile, today's grandparents are a lot less serious. They give us too many chances and laugh with the kids.
Wait, not go get your own whipping.
Yeah,
Go get the
no,
switch
my
off the
grandmother
end.
sent me outside to get my own switch before. I'm serious. She
My
really
grandmother
did that.
tried that once, and my grandfather was like, "Go outside and play." Now, a who? And that's probably why I am the way I am. A who? A whip? Who? Me?
Yeah, you send certain kids outside to go get their brains, they're not coming back till you sleep.
I heard people who did that, and they still got beat
Yeah,
once they got in the
I
tub and all
did
that
that.
stuff. Mm-mm.
I remember this one time I came in, I like tested my grandmother. This is when she was young. She was in whooping form.
Nah.
Look, she said, "You bet not come in this house after the daggone the street lights come on." Man, I walked my butt in that house after the street lights come on, and she was hiding behind the front door. Boy, she caught me across my back with that belt.
Oh my gosh, that's child abuse.
Hey, Slim.
That's what kids would say now. That's child abuse.
Hey, Slim. She caught me across my back with that belt and told me, "You better be going to bed hungry.
Dang.
Because you bet not go in my kitchen and touch nothing.
Dang.
You better have ate where you was at."
Dang. Nah.
Luckily I had though.
Dang.
So from at Keita Boo for life, and she got a long response. She was like, "Oh my God, don't get started. Don't get me started. They ain't the same. My grandmother had us all summer weekends, cooked for us, made sure we were safe. Our parents could just leave us anytime and any day. These grandparents today don't do anything close to that. My dad is too old school though. He will get my kids anytime, any day, or any amount of days or any time. Very rare. But my mama, my mother-in-law, my friend's mother, they ain't doing none of that. So they out here living their best lives, and they see their grandkids when they see them. So like my mother had the nerve. No, my mother has never had my daughters overnight ever. And she never really watched them when they were young. She gets them for a day to go out since they are older and drops them back off at home. That's the most, and it's different. I hope our generation can bring back being grandparents and show the world how it's done.
Yeah. For the summer, bring the kids over. They good. Go on. Be free. School time start. Grandma done already got your uniform stuff together, got all your supplies. So when your parent come get you, baby good. See you, love you, have a good day, first day of school. You know, that type of stuff.
All right. So from Terry, this is a deep one, and the reason I know because her mom was a community mom, and I spent plenty of nights over her house drunk
Oh,
at her mother's house. I went. That's
oh,
Lowe's grandmother.
oh,
The funeral I just went to.
oh.
Yeah. So she said, "Why you say all like that?"
It's the Aspen Pioneer of nights.
Yeah, laying on their couch.
You need to stop drinking. Good thing you don't drink like that.
No. She said, "My grandmother was strong, definitely graced by God to be the woman she was to all of us. As a grandma, I totally understand the love she had for us, and I know it's the love that gave her strength to take okay care of us all. I'm not my grandmother, but she truly left me with a great example to be with to my granddaughter and future grandchildren. She said, "P.S. I am not one of those grandmothers in the club, and I love for my grandbabies to call me grandma. I don't like those new names."
G-Ma, Grandma,
Yeah,
G, all that.
and she's like my grandmother now. She said, "I also take her to church and sing praise and worship together, just like my grandparents and aunties did with me when I was little." So thankful for those experiences. Now, that's from my OG grandma. That she probably the last of the generation of grandmas that truly believe in what a grandma is. She ain't looking to be called G-Ma. She don't want to be called all these side new names that you have for grandmothers because they don't want to think they old.
My mother, my kids call her Buddha.
Yeah, none of these names. She just want to be called grandma, and she happy to
Grandma.
be called grandma. So we
Aww.
really appreciate the engagement to that topic because that was one of the things I was thinking about on my cardio walk, and I said I wanted to bring it to the pod a little bit because I just think if we had a little bit more love from the grandmothers, it wouldn't be a lot of these
The
juveniles.
grandparents. It don't
Yeah,
just have to be grandmas. Because there are some bomb grandfathers out here. My grandfather was that person, even down to my kids. So that's cool.
yeah. I just believe though if we had stronger grandparents out here, you wouldn't see so many of these juveniles out here doing some of the things that they're doing. Because I had father figures growing up that were elderly on their AARP cards and all that good stuff. But they stayed in my ear about the consequences of doing some of the things you see these kids doing now. So I was kind of almost afraid to get into any type of trouble, um, regardless of what it was, because someone stayed on me. Now it's the streets raising the streets, and the street ain't the same no more. So it's just basically babies raising babies, and you getting knowledge from the street culture. I was watching 60 Days In, and this dude was 21 years old, and he was talking as if he had been through experiences of a 40-year-old. And I started thinking to myself, brother, you just like the OG that was in jail with him, you ain't experienced half of the stuff that a 40, 45-year-old person have experienced. And then the way he was talking, he was speaking from a place of like not being informed. And that's how these juveniles now are. They think they supposed to be given everything. So that's why they just go out here and take everything. No matter if they're taking a life, taking your car, taking your money, taking it's just all take it. Yeah. But
Okay.
okay.
Don't take
Don't take
anything
from
from
me.
this one.
Yeah, don't take from me, nigga. How far are you willing to go for a job?
Man, did you see a post where this man was on doing an interview over the phone? He was on a job interview and his friend was in the back seat, and the lady was talking about something. It was a bilingual job, and if he can handle it, he was like, "Yeah, see, like, but ain't no nothing." Hey, he finessed. He finessed.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
What
I'll be on Google like I don't know what. ¿Cómo
my
te llamas?
man was
Hola.
finessing.
Then
About some inbound calls. Can you handle it? He gonna be giving away everything. He gonna everybody gonna be like, yes, his sales is up. Everything is going well because he just gonna be like, see.
hopefully he
What?
take the time and actually learn the basics though to keep that job. You fake it till you make it
Man.
until you make it. Yeah,
But that's what a lot of jobs. A lot of people, even with on resumes and stuff, technically, the job is supposed to give you on the job training. So
so he's assuming that he's gonna get on the job training when he get there. They're gonna teach him Spanish. Ain't that something?
they're gonna give him the script to say.
Yeah.
So once he gets the script and he Google translate it to understand what it is, and then when people call, And if he hears some key words, he should know which script to read.
Yeah. All right, man. So we're gonna do a pause to throw some shout outs out, man. Make sure you contact Indigo Party Creations LLC. Heaven Sinclair, the owner. Her phone number is 240-601-6811. She is who you talk to for all your balloon creations and all your little
Party setups,
party setups, decorations, anything you need.
Tables,
Yep.
letters, numbers,
Any of that stuff, she got you.
centerpieces,
Yeah.
everything.
So make sure you contact her.
Local for the DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
So her IG is at Indigo Party Creations LLC, all lowercase. And on Facebook, same thing. Her email is indigopartyocreations@gmail.com.
So yeah, but it's like a one-stop shop with her. You can get your decorations. She can help you find you a venue. Even if you need a menu. She's going to support. She's going to help you work it out. When it comes to creating visions,
she's reasonable.
having parties.
Now don't cheat her though.
She
She's
ain't gonna,
reasonable.
She ain't gonna let them cheat. Nah, doing that. We got to get out of the habit of always trying to get a discount on a deal with people that's having businesses, because we don't do that when we go in the stores for the Louis and all that stuff. It is what it is. If you want it, you're gonna get it. But when I say a one-stop shop, you ain't got to worry about the stress. Oh my gosh, what's gonna be this? What's your color thing? How many people you trying to have? Give me a synopsis of your vision. Let me give you some intel. We work it together. All you gotta do is show up. Does that work? That's that type of situation. And that's what everyone should be fun and interested in having. When you plan stuff and have events and things, you should want to be in a space where it's like, I'm get myself together and just show up. That's all I need to do. You got to get out of that. Always got to be hands on, like how I am with stuff. Always got to be in it. Got to be in it. Got to be in it. But it's sometimes where you should just look at people's work, see what they do, how y'all can come up with something, and just enjoy the moment. That's it. Enjoy the moment.
How far are you willing to go force your opinion on someone?
I don't know. How far you think I'll go?
I think you go far.
I'll be forcing my opinions.
I also think I'll go far to a degree. If especially if it benefits me. And I don't think it's no problem with forcing your opinion on somebody if you think the opinion you have is valid and it makes sense for you.
Yeah, but like again, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
So nobody's gotta like it or gotta deal with it.
Yeah, you make the choice whether you want to.
But I'm gonna bring you a PowerPoint presentation to understand why you need to go along with it.
Yeah. So how far are you willing to go to force your beliefs on your partner? I'm churchy, right? Right. I believe in God. Listen.
You was churchy.
No, I'm still churchy, and God been
Not
coming,
like you was.
God been coming through for your boy the last 2 months.
Of
so
course, and it's always
that only furthers that always furthers my strength in God and how important He is. I just don't believe that you need to spend every Sunday going into a church with folks who pretend to be what God is intended for us to be, but reality they are wicked on the outside. I mean on the inside. But that's just my opinion. That limits my motivation to want to go. And you may say, why is it their business? Why do they control what you should do? No, that brings down the whole energy of the sanctuary when you feel like you're surrounded by people who pretend to be one way when reality is God's still working on them.
God's still working on me, right? Let's get into it. So we were going to church every Sunday, faithfully. I love my pastor dearly.
Love him.
It's a small church, close knit. Everybody know everybody. Like that's how small it is, type situation. You done seen your kids grow up, all that stuff.
And still watching your kids grow up.
But it became a point, especially
It
like when
became
it came
toxic.
into a situation when we was getting into the COVID days and things of that nature, and coming out of it, where the church turned into like a clique type thing.
Yeah.
Like this section had their thing going on, that section had their thing going on,
And it had been,
and
you
it
know
was
what's
tension
crazy?
because you knew it was there.
The crazy part is it had been like that for a while, but
It never transpired
until
to
COVID.
effect that it's like, oh, I should feel some type of way, until I felt some type of way. And like I said, I love my pastor dearly, but when it comes to his congregation and the people here, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no. And
And me being her husband, my
I will
obligation is to
support
stand.
him.
But I'm supporting her.
So it's like, I have no problem with going to church. If he wants to go, cool, we can go. No problem.
But I'm never going to take her around somewhere where she do not want to be, because she's going to show it. And I'd rather not put myself through those questions. She is going to show she doesn't want to be there. It is she. You know how you can tell somebody that got energy about, like, I'm not feeling this. Oh, I'm not about to spend 2 hours somewhere where her I can feel her energy saying, "Oh yeah, let's go."
I would be in there for whole vibe because it's people that I would love to see. So I'd be cool. But once that question comes to me, Sonya,
See,
we've been sending the text messages. Y'all ain't got my number.
Now I'm sitting there like
I ain't
this.
give y'all my new number. You haven't came to women's fellowship? Nah, cause y'all be faking. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. It's a no.
Yeah, her women's fellowships, I don't think they
It's a
were
no.
like the men's fellowships.
Nothing like.
It almost seemed like they just was in
Nothing
there
like.
messy.
We was in there like housewives.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
And if you go on to get some motivation and some
Nothing
woman,
like it.
You
No.
know how they say a brotherhood. If you go in there to get a womanhood, I just don't think you're gonna leave women's fellowship with that mentality.
No.
Like a lot of folks, they get in front of people and they do like that fake it to make it. We talk about that all the time. But then when you get into those circles, you start seeing it. But see, I don't even have to hear people. I pay attention to energy. Like energy, good energy translate well. How do you
I hope
say it?
their women's fellowship is better though. I hope it's gotten better. But it was a no for me. I don't want to try it again either. So,
Okay.
how far are you willing to go to the next subject?
That's what I'm about to do. Motherfucker. The hell? I was moving on, nigga. Dead ass.
You see what time it is?
Yeah, I don't care, but I was going to move. my stuff come before my job.
Ooh.
You know daggone well.
Ooh.
How far are female rappers willing to go to stay relevant?
Twerking at the head at the red light.
So I looked up the 30 underrated female rappers you should listen to in 2023, and I picked out 4 to 5 rappers I think are going to be gone in the next 5 years.
What we
and
got?
There's some of the most talented female rappers in the moment right now. But I think eventually it's going to get to a point that 25, 26, 27-year-old is going to become 30, 33, 34, 35, and they're going to get tired of you talking about popping bottles, shaking ass, and putting the tail on the pintail, or whatever the fuck they like to say. How you pin the tail on the donkey? Yeah. They're going to get tired of hearing you talk about a nigga pinning his dick on your butt.
Do we ever get tired of doing the butt? Yeah, sexy. No, we don't. So it's a part of life. That's what's just gonna happen. You're gonna take a perk, Molly, drink, whatever, and those are the songs you're gonna listen to.
Let's start. Ice Spice. She is not going to be around in the next 5 years. After 5 years, within the next 5 years, she's going to disappear. I don't see her putting out another album. Where's she going to go at from there? I should just talk to the backers. How the song go?
What's the song?
So you don't even know an Ice Spice song.
Giving me a Starbucks
Man,
latte.
nigga don't even know an Ice Spice song.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. What's the song from her?
I'm about to give you a song from Ice Spice. And I don't even know this song.
Oh, that's her. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The boys are something. No. Okay. Who else we got? Give her
Like
5 years.
this
Okay.
this is my girl. I can't show you who she is, but this is my girl. But I really do think she definitely ain't got long.
She ain't got long.
No, she ain't got long. She ain't got long before she done too. Do you think people gonna be listening?
She rocked through her teeth. She got
Hey, oh, 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 oh.
That's gonna forever be the song.
No, so I'm not gonna. I don't go to pull this up now, but when I hear it,
This
I'm
gonna
ready.
forever be the song.
So in 5 years, you think she's still gonna be
They're gonna be
around?
hitting the joint.
Yeah. So they gonna be doing this in 5 years. Oh God. So it's a possibility Glorilla gonna be around in 5 years.
I ain't say she's gonna be around. That song just gonna be a hit.
What about Gloss Up?
Who's that? Who is that?
Okay, see, she ain't gonna be around. What about Lola Brooks?
I
Or
heard
Lola
about her.
Brookie?
I heard about her. What's her song?
This nigga said I heard about her.
I heard about it, but I don't know a song. Sorry. You gotta play it.
I am gonna play it.
Oh, don't play with it. Don't play with it.
So she got 5 years? Okay. I just want to prove. And I like Lola Brooke, but I'm like, I like Lola Brooke, but you know. All right, who else we got? Sexy Red.
Hey, her and Suki just did the joint at Popeye. They gonna be the underground type people because they gonna always have the ratchet, and that's why they always gonna have
This shit got a
their
song
need.
called Hood Rats.
Yeah, that's the joint they did the pop-ups up the street.
Oh God.
They did it at the one up the street.
Hey, my grannies that listen to this
What?
podcast, I'm just letting you know this is what this generation is rapping about. That is exactly what this generation is rapping about.
Not you sleeping with these girls, Megan's. Hey, they gonna always have clientele. Always.
What about Asian doll? That was
Vaughn,
Vaughn, yeah.
what she got?
I don't know.
What song she got?
I didn't know she was an artist until recently. I just knew her from talking to King Von. That's it.
All these dolls.
It's a lot of them. That's what I'm saying. Eventually, you're going to get them mixed up. Let's see what she got. Because I didn't know she had some. I didn't know she had
What
music.
we got going on?
This is her new song. It's together forever. It's a single.
She Ice Spice? Who did these beats? The same person? Uh, okay.
She gonna get her ass sued. Yeah, but those are known artists. I think gonna have a short shelf life.
I ain't know.
With Glorilla probably gonna be the one that's probably gonna slip without. I mean, gonna slip outside the 5 year window. But those other groups, I mean, them other group of women respect you and
That's
all
those
your
all you
music.
had?
Yeah, the ones that are popular. It's a bunch of underground ones that ain't even got no noise on them right now. And I respect female rap, but
You got some female R&B that ain't gonna be around.
like who? Name one.
All the ones you listen to.
That's hate.
Ah,
That is
all the ones you listen to.
all that's hate.
Even your girl you was on for a minute.
Stop playing with my man, my girl Isley.
Who?
Who? Who? You disrespectful as I don't know what, dog. So how far is too far to? Oh, we already deal with that.
What?
We talked about the daycare chick already.
How
So,
far is too far?
like, how far is it too far to drag that hoe?
50 yards. 60.
This shit with a
To the creek. In the river.
Football field is 100 yards.
Nah, we taking her to the Titanic.
Yeah, we gonna put her in the submarina. We gonna put her in the submarinable.
Nah.
Fucking submarinable.
Nah, but
Yeah.
do you know that there's literally nothing with the N at the beginning or a G?
What you talking about? What you talking about?
Do you know that? Like, what word do you have as in nothing that begins with an N and ends with a G?
I mean, we can make up something
What? What word do you know?
that begins with an N and ends with a G.
It's nothing.
Nig. How the white people say it when they don't want us to be thinking they calling us niggas. They say nig.
It's
Nig.
literally nothing.
Nig.
The
Nig.
word nothing.
Oh. Thank you for listening to episode 117 of the podcast where my wife just made me seem sad. I really appreciate you guys for joining us on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to thank you for watching and listening. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, comment.
Hey, did you have a winner?
No.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
and share.
disrespectful.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't want no
People don't know.
merch.
Folks don't follow instructions. I think I didn't, and personally, I think I didn't make it clear enough. So
I
I'm gonna
told you
repost
that.
it. I'm gonna send it to my wife and let her post it. Thank you for listening to this episode. Peace.